Victoria's hospital bill. How did you get your hands on this?
Never mind where I got it.
Cece, you didn't have someone go to the hospital and go into the records.
Now, look, you asked me to investigate, and I did. Now, just leave it at that. Now, take a look at it, will you, please?
She's pregnant. She's pregnant. Well, no wonder she didn't want to take any acting job.
I don't give a damn about her acting career.
So this is a secret? Do you think this is a secret and this is the reason she came back to Santa Barbara to stay out of the limelight, away from the press?
Evidently, she wants to be near someone or something. Namely, the baby's father.
My turn. My turn. Come over here.
So nice to see you.
Oh, darling, 2 daughters to worry about is about all I can handle. I can't tell you.
Yeah, well, you can carry on the reunion without me, sports fans, because I really got to shove off.
Hey, Pearl.
Thank you.
Pearl.
Huh?
Thank you for trying to find Kelly.
I was trying for myself, Mr. C, just trying for myself.
Yeah, Pearl,
Later.
thanks for me, too, for everything.
Second that motion.
Yeah, at least we got one mission accomplished, didn't we?
Angie, you must be exhausted. It's a long
darling.
flight. Has anybody heard from Kelly?
Yeah, she called.
She what?
I spoke to it for about all of 10 seconds, and I realized the phone was being traced, so I had to do nothing else but hang up. That's all I could do.
I'm sorry we struck out, man.
Hey, it's not over yet. You know, Kelly, she's somewhere in this town. That means this is the closest she has been to me in a long... you better tell Mr. C he's got a visitor.
Yeah, I'll check you later.
All right, bye.
Hi, what can I do for you?
You are Inspector Casillo?
Yes, I am.
Well, the district attorney would like to see you in his office immediately.
What's going on?
I don't know. He just said to get you the message.
All right, well, tell him I'll be a few minutes.
I'll do that.
Listen, I'm going to have to fly. Mason wants to see me.
Why?
I don't know.
Don't go.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't think he really knows what's going on. He fumbled the ball with Kelly, and I don't think you should say anything to him. I really don't.
Why not? Daddy, you should hear yourself. Cece, don't start with
Well,
that.
I'll just find out what he wants. Okay, I'll see.
No, Timmons, that little twerp, is practically holding us prisoner in our own home.
Cruz saw the surveillance on the way in. I mean, district attorney again? That's lousy timing for us, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
At least we know that Kelly's nearby. I can't believe we were on our way to Zurich and she was on her way here. I'm sorry, the trip was a waste of time. Oh, I didn't say that. Looked to me like maybe you and Cruz discovered something in Europe. Well, working on Kelly gave us a common cause. Oh, so Kelly did it all for you, huh? Well, not all.
Come on now, we saw the way you were with each other.
What is this, an inquisition?
Yes.
Well, you can stop worrying. Everything's fine. Is that it? That's the whole story?
Remember this when she pumps us for information.
I will. It's no secret how I feel about Cruz. And how he feels about me. It's like it's all new again. I love him a lot. And thank God he loves me too. Working together and being together, it's like we thought about all our problems in Victoria and we put it behind us.
What are you doing here?
Visiting an old friend. How you been, Cruz?
Where's Mason? I have an appointment.
I know.
And I suggest you leave.
It's not very friendly. How was Switzerland?
Switzerland?
Yeah, the skiing's great there. You were probably there for the hunting, though. I hear it's open season on blondes about this tall wanted for murder.
Why don't you beat it, Keith?
You can't shoot me out of my own office. Keith Timmons, newly reinstated district attorney. What can I do for you?
Oh, my God.
You know, Mason had a hard time believing it, too, but you should have seen him. He sang my praises to the Board of Supervisors as he stepped down.
The hell he did.
You know, I caught him aiding an escaped felon. Can you believe that? Now, who do you think that was?
So you sent for me?
Remarkable likeness, isn't it?
That's great. That'll look wonderful on my dartboard.
You know, you can be on the front page with me if I find out that you helped slip Kelly out of the country.
I haven't seen Kelly since last...
Is that your
summer.
official statement?
That's as official as you're going to get.
I wonder how much kissing up to the Capwells is worth, huh? How much is a well-placed son-in-law worth to old iron butts?
You know, the fact that she's innocent doesn't mean a damn thing to you, does it?
No, I just prosecute him. I don't judge him.
Uh-huh. You know Gina has the tape that would clear her. You helped her blackmail Cece, for God's sake.
Blackmail? Blackmailing is a criminal offense, isn't it? Now, you know, as far as I know, Cruz, she's head over heels in love with Cece. What gets to me is you. I mean, old by-the-book Castillo with a steel conscience and a brain to match.
Anything I might do to keep Kelly Capital out of your hands would be more than justified.
I hope my leave of absence hasn't bereft you of a responsibility to the law.
Well, I do know enough about the law to know that you should be serving time, and I'm going to see what I can do about
You
that.
bluffed me out of this office. I'm back in the saddle again. You try to trick me out of it. Got a lot of jail space for people to get in my way. Capwell or Castillo. Comprende. Compadre.
A computer?
Mm-hmm. All Gina has to do is press a few keys and shazam! Instant money right into her account.
And then we can add embezzlement to her resume.
Oh, Daddy, you're a genius. I can't wait for the day when Keith Timmick comes strolling in here to arrest her.
Who's going to arrest him?
Listen, I don't know if we're going to get both of them, but if we can at least get Gina behind bars.
No, I want him arrested too. He's making his life's work of bringing in Kelly into custody, for crying out loud.
Well, if we could just have to get to her before he gets to her.
I have a plan, but it's risky.
Yes, it's risky and I don't like it.
Well, what is it, Mama?
What I was thinking we could do is get a hold of Fiona Figg and have her put something in the society column, a little item that we are all going to be at the masquerade ball tomorrow, all the Caplins.
Well, that would be great because Kelly would want to come.
Yes, and everybody else is going to be there, including the police.
Well, we can't help her if we don't know where she is.
Darling, this is going to be a media event.
Cece, what choice do we have? The police watch the house. They follow us anywhere we go.
Well, they would never expect her to be at the same place twice.
That's right. So I will tell Fiona Figg what we're wearing to the costume ball so Kelly will know. And I was even thinking of maybe putting an advertisement.
Darling, Timmons may be subhuman, but he's not stupid.
So we use a code, something only Kelly would recognize.
Yes.
What have you two been doing, watching some old movies?
Sweetheart, I know it comes as a great surprise to you when I have an idea, but you have a better one. We've tried everything else, haven't we? And has it worked? No.
No, it has not worked, but if she does show up, Timmons is going to be there. He's going to be watching the place. All of his people will.
Kelly is going to find a way to get in there.
You bet she's going to find a way. One thing that I am sure of is that my girls have a lot of spunk.
You bet.
Well, they certainly come by it honestly. Call Fiona.
I'll call her. Okay, tell Fiona that I will be dressed as Madame de Winter. Your father will be the fourth musketeer attacker.
Well, Kelly will take that as a signal. It's her favorite book. She's read
Right.
it 1,000 times. And while I'm at it, should I mention that Gina is coming as...
My wife. Enough of a masquerade.
Eden! Welcome back.
I was hoping I'd run into you.
So was I.
Oh, Dad, don't tell me you missed me.
I want to talk to you, Mason.
Not another father-son chat.
Eden, would you and your mother excuse me for a moment, please?
Yeah, we have those phone calls to make anyway.
I'll be in the study.
Thank you.
Well, what is it, Dad? I know all about the little boy bees and the little girl birds.
Why don't you save your wisecracks for someone who appreciates it? I'm more interested in talking about this new friend of yours, Victoria Lane. Just what the hell do you think you're doing?
Why don't you raise your voice a little higher, Dad? I don't know if Eden heard you in the study.
Don't tell me you care about your sister all of a sudden.
Victoria doesn't want to hurt Eden or Cruz.
So why is she still in Santa Barbara? Her condition is going to become very obvious very soon. What happens then?
Birth, I believe.
Oh, Mason, you're so cute. You never cease to amaze me.
The way I see it, Dad, Victoria's condition is none of your business. And believe me, she'd be long gone by now if it were up to her.
Why isn't she long gone? Your sister happens to be happy for the first time in months. I don't want that two-bit actress to spoil her future again.
I thought you had a soft spot for two-bit actresses.
I want you to get her out of town.
You might as well start pouting now, Dad, because you're not going to get your way this time.
What kind of a hold does she have on you, Mason?
We're friends.
And that means more to you than your sister?
No, I didn't say that. Victoria is no threat to Eden, Dad. She just wants to be left alone to raise her child.
Since when are you so trusting? She's not family. She doesn't mean anything to you. What does she?
She's flat broke. She has no one else to turn to.
Well, that's a problem, isn't it? The only concern I have is that Eden and Cruz do not find anything about that baby. So you give her money, you give her a house, anything, anywhere she wants to go, as long as it's nowhere near Santa Barbara.
Victoria can't be bought, Dad.
Everybody has a price, Mason. Go find hers.
Find it yourself.
She's really gotten to you, hasn't she?
Why don't we save the fatherly chat for another time?
Let's tell you, Sophia. How was the meeting?
Well, Mason didn't want to see me. It was the new on-again, off-again DA.
Oh, Mr. Timmons. He's resumed his personal crusade about bringing Kelly into custody. But I think somewhere down the line he's going to trip himself up. Right now I'm concerned about you, so I want you to be very careful, because when he found out that you and Eden went to Switzerland, he made lots of threats about you and your job if he found you connected to Kelly.
Yeah, I bet. You know, Mr. C, I wish you'd turn me loose to go after that tape. I know Jeannie's got to be keeping it where she can get to it.
No, never mind. You're in hot water as it is. I've got something special in mind for those two. You just concentrate on my daughter. This time I'm not talking about Kelly. Hey, how did it go?
Hi. Oh, well, Fiona was absolutely delighted to get an update on this family.
I'm sure.
What's going on?
Well, I'll explain it to you on the way to the Orient Express.
You don't have to work today.
Well, I have to check in. Do you mind?
Excuse us, would you please?
Sure.
I don't mind, actually, but I need you to do something for me in return.
What's that?
I want you to come back to the beach house. And I don't mean for just this afternoon. I mean to stay.
Are you sure?
It's where you belong, Eden. And I want you home.
Welcome home, Eden.
Thanks, Mark. It's nice to be missed. How'd everything go here?
Like they survived.
Just barely. It's not the same without you, Chief.
And anyone tell you it's not polite to stare?
Oh, they just look so happy.
Yeah. Rumor has it that they are, at least for the time being. Their relationship's rather like the proverbial roller coaster.
Yeah, it's a very passionate relationship, isn't it?
You envy them?
No, it makes me a little sad. Hers was such a big part of my life, and now I dread running into him.
If you want to get technical, he's still part of your life.
Oh, how can you have a relationship without love?
Some people give up on love and settle for that old comfortable feeling.
Well, not me.
Well, it looks like we may have to give up on lunch. I don't think the sight of Eden and Cruz has done much for your appetite.
Well, if I'm going to stay in Santa Barbara, I have to get used to it. So did you see your father when you stopped by the house?
Oh, yeah, first thing. I think he has a file of prepared speeches for me. This was the old stay loyal to your family edition.
Loyal to what?
Suffice it to say that no matter what I do, I am still the heel.
No matter what you do about what?
You know, rumor has it that Chinese food is very good for pregnant women. What do you say we blow this upwardly mobile hot dog stand and get some real food?
You know, the ice machine. I guess I better go see about getting it fixed.
Okay. So, lunch or no lunch? What do you think?
What? I'm sorry, I was just thinking.
Well, you're allowed to do that. Be thinking about me.
What do you think I was thinking about? You ready?
Actually, I do have to check in the kitchen before we go. Is that all right? Do you mind?
I don't know. I got this rather urgent fantasy about something. Hey, no, just don't bump into anything. Just be straight. Be straight.
I'm busy.
Yeah, be straight. Be straight. Now, just stop. That's good. Okay.
Okay.
Open your eyes.
It's my flowers.
Coxcombs, Eden.
Where did you get them?
Well, I got connections, you know.
When?
Well, you were fiddling around at that restaurant for I don't know how you... Your mom, your mom and I are tight. does this place look to you?
Like home.
Yeah, well, it didn't until you walked in. Baby, every inch of this place reminds me of you. You're the reason I bought it to begin with.
I love my home. Not as much as I love you.
Well, you know, maybe we ought to check out the rest of the place.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, the bedroom hasn't even seen you yet.
That's true.
Why would the bedroom feel left out, would we? Why don't you hop on?
Oh, no.
I want you to save your strength. I think you're going to need it. Welcome home, baby.
I love you.
Well, let's hope it works. We're not asking much. All she has to do is see it.
We're going to find a way to contact us at the museum tonight.
Are you sure she's going to know what that means?
Absolutely. When she sees Mrs. Grundy's name, she'll know it's a message or a secret code. I hope she looks at the newspaper.
And if she does, I mean, we are asking her to take a terrible risk.
I mean, we're doing everything we can to minimize the risk, but let's face it, with Timmons and his cops hanging all over the place, Kelly won't be able to hide forever. Certainly it is going to be risky. Probably is her, last chance.
Mrs. Grundy?
Listen, my mother gave me this special doll when I was little, and this is what I named it. So this has to be a message from my family telling us to be at the ball tonight.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Whoever thought of it.
Listen, we've got to figure out some way to answer the message and let them know that we're going to be there.
Yeah, and figure out some way to forge invitations.
Jeffrey, we're already in. We're in there, look. We don't have to worry about costumes either.
I suggest you guess again, Kelly. Because you aren't going anywhere near that party tonight. In fact, you aren't leaving this room.
Maybe this is a mistake. Maybe I've been being too impatient and selfish.
Selfish, Mama?
Well, I thought everything would be all right if Kelly could just be with us. But now I'm afraid we're going to put her in too much danger.
Darling, we won't, I promise you. If we see Kelly at the party, we won't do anything obvious. I'll send the man over with a message to get her out of the museum to go to the waiting car. They'll take her to a safe place. She'll wait there until we get the tape back and until the charges are dropped.
You know, the key to making this work is to get her out of there as fast as we can.
Well, of course we will. She'll be in costume anyway, and nobody's going to recognize her. We may not even recognize her at first.
Yeah, that's going to be the problem. I'd feel a whole lot better about this thing if we knew what to expect.
Well, how can we if we don't know what she's wearing?
Well, we can't.
What?
Well, I was just thinking, if we knew what everybody else was wearing, then we could find her by process of elimination, maybe.
Oh, that's perfect. That's the perfect... Darling, listen to me. You have a guest list. You're on the committee, so why don't you call everybody in the guest list and make sure they tell you what they're wearing.
No one will think that's peculiar?
I'll tell them that the people who are going to judge the costume meet it, or even the people who are coming in the door.
Would you have that list? Because we should get on it right away.
It's over at the museum, but we can call them and have them messenger over.
Good. And don't worry, Mama, between Daddy and Cruz, we have two of the greatest men in the world working on this.
Should look at them together. You know what?
What?
It's the best thing that's come out of this whole mess.
I don't care. I'm going.
Hey, do you think we're the only ones who can read between the lines of this newspaper? If we walk out into that party, we could be walking straight into a police trap.
All right, fine. You stay here and cower behind the curtains, Jeffrey. Just keep out of my way.
You're not going anywhere. You might as well face
Will
that.
you stop it?
It's for your own good.
No, for your own good, because all you care about getting is your damn bonus.
Well, maybe, just maybe, there's more to it than that.
Oh, really, what?
Now, you've been accusing me of having some secret reason for working for your family. Or maybe you're right.
You mean you're admitting it?
Henry, what are you doing? We're supposed to be at the security drill for the party tonight.
I'm supposed to copy this guest list and rush it over to the Capwells.
Well, you can do that later. The boss wants us upstairs. Well, come on, let's go.
Everybody's always in such a hurry for everything.
Listen, this is the guest list. Only two very important names are missing off of it.
Perhaps they couldn't make it.
No, we're going to make it all right. This is the perfect way to let my parents get the message.
You're bound and determined to go through with this fool idea of yours, aren't you?
Well, hallelujah. If not deaf after all. Thanks very much. I'll give it to her.
You're welcome. Here you go.
Bye-bye.
Let me see.
Guest list for the party. Mama!
Let's see. Yeah, let's see here. Well, we better get started. That's 3 pages, and we can't make the calls on this tap phone.
You got the guest list?
Yes,
Yeah,
we do. And
yeah.
Daddy, look at this. Pencil in at the end, Mr. and Mrs. Grundy.
Thank God, she saw it.
I'll be damned, she found a way to let us know.
And she's going to be there tonight.
Yeah, fortunately, Timmons is going to be there, too. Cruz. Nothing can go wrong tonight, because if it does, Kelly's going to be in worse trouble than she ever was.
Eden, I'm home. Eden? Okay. Oh, they went great. We got somebody covering all the entrances, and they're going to have scorecards, because you can't tell the players without a scorecard. Oh, woof.
Whoop, that's all you have to say? After I got done making the phone calls, I realized we can't go to a costume ball without costumes. So I decided to pick this up. You gonna make some more calls to tell them about our descriptions of our costumes?
Well, who are you supposed to be?
Kate, Taming of the Shrew, and you, my dear, are going to be Petruchio.
Petruchio, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is he that guy with the nose that always grows? No, seriously. I've always wanted to have an... What does that involve? I have to wear a suit?
Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but it'll be easier to get into than this.
I don't see you as a shrew, you know.
Well, that's because you've tamed me.
I don't see you as tamed either. Who's taming who?
I'm gonna tame you. I've been on good behavior, haven't I,
Yeah, pretty good, I guess.
Well, I guess I'm just not used to being here with you.
Well, that's good. I get to see you get overconfident right away.
Oh, hey, I know my position, and I will not abuse it.
Well, you know, we still have an hour until the party starts. Is this dress really so hard to get into?
Hard, but not impossible.
Well, in that case, come on and kiss me, Kate.